Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Desert Sands Educational Foundation halftime show. I am Kevin Pillow, the host of Prep Sports Net. You can find us right there on Prep Sports _net on Twitter, Prep Sports Net, everywhere else you want to look on social media. We are live here from Ed White Stadium, where right now the Rajas are trailing the Trojans by 11. 14-3 is the score. Javier Araujo has been pretty much the most productive player on the Rajas team tonight. That he has, I believe, 4 punts, 3 of them inside the 20, 1 inside the 5. So he has had an amazing night. Plus, he tacked on the lone score for the Indio Rajas. Get you the bottom line here in just a second as games are starting to go to the half. Right now, like I said, 14-3 is the score between the Trojans and the Rajas. We want to welcome in our friends from La Quinta who are just now joining us as that game has just gone to the half. In the Mike Gates game, it is 28-0 in favor of the Palm Springs Indians. The Mike Gates game, of course, named after the famed teacher and coach that participated or that worked both at Palm Springs High School and La Quinta High School. So that game, again, at the half. So welcome in. Hello, everybody watching us from La Quinta and Palm Springs. Games also nearing the half. It is 12-12 between Cathedral City and Banning in their Desert Valley League game. Palm Desert nearing halftime as they are up 27-6 now on the Xavier Saints in a harrowing night last night in Xavier as the Frosh Soft game had to endure the haboob that took place here around the Coachella Valley. So a crazy night in Palm Desert last night. If I could get some of the photos I could post, I'd get that for you. But again, crazy night last night. And let's take a look and see if we can get some of the games still going on in action right now. So we mentioned really kind of an unproductive game for the Rajas offense, which has unfortunately been the par for the course for Indio the last few weeks. They, of course, racked up quite a bit of points on 29 Palms last week. They did put up 23 against Cathedral City. They pitched 2 shutouts. Impressive for the Rajas, but tonight they have held Yucca to only 14 points. And I say that because really and truly the defense has kept them in this game. It should be a lot worse. The Trojans are a very explosive team. And this is a team that scored nearly 40 against Coachella Valley last week. Well, by the way, we have no score reported yet in that game. And you can hear it in the background, the band, the Pride of the Desert, the Indio Marching Band, cheering on the halftime festivities. It is homecoming here at Indio High School, so congratulations to all the prince and princesses that are participating in the homecoming court. Of course, we see out at midfield the 2021 King and Queen of homecoming. Of course, there was no 2020 King and Queen, so the 2019 King and Queen returned last year to hand over their royal duties to the 21 courts. So about to see the 21 court. Hey, Dale, what's going on? Dale Smith watching us from somewhere in a different time zone. Apparently our update on Facebook awoke him. So thank you, Dale, for staying up with us here at the Desert Sands Educational Foundation halftime show. Again, I'm Kevin Pillow. Don't forget, we got upcoming events. The Desert Sands Educational Foundation Express will be November 6th. And, of course, the big gala on February 4th. You can get all the information by following us on Twitter at Desert Sands EF on Twitter and other social media platforms. If you want more information, you can follow our director, Sean Webb, at Desert Weber on Twitter and other social media platforms. Don't forget, our new post-game show will be coming up at 11 o'clock local standard time, back at the Prep Sportsnet studios in Indio. Again, there's the score for you at the half, 28-0 in favor of Palm Springs. Shocking game last week. The flag game was amazing. I watched most of it on the NFHS feed from La Quinta High School. So shocking. I know that Palm Desert was reeling from it after the game, but right now they are taking it out on the Saints right now, 27-9 or 27-6 in that game. As we welcome in our fans from Rancho Mirage and Shadow Hills, that game has now gone to halftime in a barn burner. 6-6 is the score at the half in between the Rattlers and the Shadow Hills Knights. Take a look real quick as we have a moment in the action here, and we'll go over the standings in the postgame show as well. Shadow Hills and Palm Springs and La Quinta all top of the table in the Desert Valley League, but Shadow Hills needs to continue to win. They can't rely just on finishing in the top two in this league, because Shadow Hills has not played very well. As despite the fact that they are 4-2 on the year, this has not been a very strong year for the Knights. For the Indians, this is all about trying to get points on the board, both on the scoreboard and in the standings. They have that tie, the COVID tie in their game. So they really just need to continue to rack up the wins there. Melinda Plato, thank you for the like on Facebook. Thank you so much. I want to say thank you to everyone watching on CoachellaValley.com. I want to say thank you to Craig Campbell and his crew doing a fabulous job. I really enjoy, I know it's kind of hit or miss when I watch it. I don't know if he still does it, but I really enjoyed when he would stream the cornhole matches on Thursday night down in Palm Springs. Really, really enjoyed watching those. Of course, I always enjoy the Thursday nights down at the down on the strip in Palm Springs. I really enjoy all the content that they put on Manny Saldivar. What's up, Manny? What's going on? Glad you're following us here on a Friday night. Hey, want to send a special shout out to all of the coaches out there. It was National Coaches Week this past week. Our good friend Richie DeTamble, the cross country and track coach at Shadow Hills, giving some love to some of his past coaches that have got him there. And he kind of brought attention to National Coaches Day. So I want to send a special shout out to all the coaches out there who sacrifice every single week, every single Friday night, in this case, for football. So thank you so very much for that. So welcome in our friends from Rancho and Shadow Hills as they continue to announce the homecoming court here. And it is nearing halftime between Palm Desert and Xavier. So try to see if we could get that live feed for you in Palm Desert, see if they've got the NFHS feed going. If you don't know what the NFHS is, the National Federation of High School Sports, you can check out their network, NFHS networks. We're not a shill for them, but really and truly, a really kind of cool tool to high school football fans and others fans too. I'll use for example is that I've got family from Indiana, and I guess for lack of a better term, my cousin or niece or whatever you want to call it is playing in the state championship for soccer. I can pop on my Apple TV at home. Pretty cool. So check it out if you're a fan of high school sports. NFHS Networks is where we get most of our feeds. So I want to say thank you to NFHS for allowing us to use their feed sometimes. No score yet reported in the Desert Christian Academy Santa Rosa Academy game. That game, a big kind of a important game in the something big must have just happened. I heard a scream come from the crowd. The Cottonwood League, Desert Christian and Santa Rosa Academy playing tonight. Still waiting to see if that Palm Desert game goes to halftime. Nothing yet reported. So talk about last night, the weather anomaly, the haboob, actually forced the cancellation of the Desert Mirage Desert Hot Springs game. That game has been moved now to Monday night. So it'll be a Monday night football game down in Thermal, Desert Mirage and Desert Hot Springs. So that's, you see that there on the Monday night game. So pretty cool. Monday night football in Thermal. Awesome. Still waiting on some of the other scores. Again, Banning and Cathedral City still knotted up at 12 apiece. No score yet reported between 29 Palms and Yucca, or sorry, and Coachella Valley. Talk about the importance of this game. Talk about the importance of this game. If Indio manages to win this game, they really, really are in the driver's seat once again for the league championship. Last year, the default de facto league championship was Coachella versus Indio. Coachella obviously ran away with it, and then a story came out late that Friday night that Cathedral City had been playing with an ineligible player, thus giving 29 Palms a win at the last second that was reported to CIF that allowed them to get into an at-large bid for the CIF playoffs last year that kind of nullified Indio's chances. I remember leaving here last year after the Indio game, after the Coachella game, and Coach Zero said he feels very confident that they were going to get an at-large bid considering the division that they played in. So, again, such is the luck sometimes of the draw in the CIF Southern Section playoff draw. So, guys, we got about 8 minutes to go until this halftime is over. We're still waiting for that Palm Desert Xavier game to be reported halftime. Our friends at Desert Sands or Desert Sun has reported it now. So, want to thank, want to welcome in Palm Desert and Xavier fans here at the half. Get you one more rundown of the scores. Let's get you a real quick rundown. Mike Gates game, 28-0 in favor of Palm Springs in that game. 20-7-6. Palm Desert leads Xavier in the Kings of Cook Street game. Rancho Mirage and Shadow Hills knotted up at 6 apiece. And like I said, here at Indio, it is 14-3 in favor of the Trojans. The lone score is the Javier Araujo field goal, about a 35-yard field goal. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for sticking with us here at halftime. Don't forget, coming up a little bit later on this evening, it'll be the new post-game show at about 11 o'clock local time. We'll keep you posted right here on the Desert Sands Educational Foundation halftime show. Again, don't forget, at Desert Sands EF on Twitter for upcoming events. The Desert Sands Educational Foundation Express on November 6th and the Gala on February 4th. Thank you guys so much. Once again, you can follow me on Prep Sports Net right there, PrepSports_net. You can also follow me on social media at Voice of Reason 23. We will be back here next week as it'll be senior night for the Rajas as they take on the Banning Broncos. And we will see you guys at 11 o'clock for the post-game show and next week for halftime here at Indio. We'll see you guys. Enjoy those Friday night lines.